Good morning. We are here at BCI. Got a little load going down to Seward, and yeah, everything's all secure. Went ahead and threw one extra strap across the front because my winch bar runs out right here, and I had 3 on it for a 12-footer. You know, 3's acceptable, except I shouldn't really like those, like, you know, 4 foot or so here, but so got that taken care of. Figured out what my squeak is. It's the AC compressor. So if I lose my AC belt, that's why. I don't know if y'all saw in the first clip or one of the first this morning, but got a clearance light out. It's always something. I cleaned the truck up. I didn't get the outside washed, but I got the floor all cleaned up. Towel in here. Keep that nice as long as possible. At least that's the idea. And yeah, we're gonna roll. I'm gonna give this guy a call with the delivery, and we're gonna head towards Seward. Let's get after it. Got pulled into a jump scale at the bottom of the hill, and well, let me go, so that's good. My last inspection was July 2nd, which is, well, almost 2 months ago now. Yeah, and they were like going back and forth. The one guy's like, well, the other guy's like, oh, I've expected him a bunch. He's probably fine. Like, we'll just do like a walk around, check the secure man. And I was just sitting there like, well, make up your mind, because I'm trying to get on the road, boys. But they let me go. So we'll chalk that up to one good deed in the DOT book. You know, it's not too often we get to give them good deeds, you know, or favorable check marks, but they got one today. So we're headed up Turnigan Pass here. Loaded pretty heavy, I think. I'm guessing around 45,000 pounds. But, you know, drywall, it had adds up pretty quick. It might only be like 42,000, I don't know. But we're pulling the hill no work, no problem at all. Yeah, I think I gained about a half a gear with this overhaul, and really it should just get even more powerful as it wears in a little bit, because everything's so tight. They actually have like a little less power when you first build them until you break them in. But I've already put like almost 2,000 miles on it since we rebuilt it. Maybe a little more, a little less, I don't know. So yeah, almost 2,000. So yeah, it should be wearing in pretty good, but feels strong. Feels strong. I like it. I like it. But yeah, let's finish climbing this hill and head on down the other side. Keep making our way towards Seward. Well, it's not every day that there's a lab that wants to play fetch with you when you're making a drop, but there's one here. And he definitely runs before you throw the ball, and it's kind of funny. But they're getting her all unloaded. I don't know whose dog he is, but he showed up here. Drop it. So I figured I'd keep him out of the way of the... It's over there. Keep him out of the way of the Z-boom. Zoom boom. He takes off running before you can even give it to him. Anyway, well, we're getting unloaded. Myself backing out of everywhere, but that's all right. As long as I can make it happen. I didn't cut this one hard enough. Let's see. clinic here, I guess. I thought it was an assisted living or something, but good old clinic. So we'll hop out and move the gate back how it was when we pulled up, and then we'll call that good and get out of here. Bingo bango. Alright, now let's step to Anchorage, and we've got, I think Bert's loading a step deck right now. I know he is. For me to run to piece of garbage. What? Oh, fell down. I was like, what? This lens is on. For me to run to Nikiski. So we're gonna boogie that way because it's not getting late, but it's already like 11:30, I think. Oh, let's see. Yeah, 11:25. So I'll be back in Anchorage at basically 1:30, and then I should be able to get back down to Nikiski by 4:30 realistically, but just in case stuff takes longer, you know. So we're gonna wait for this traffic to disappear and head on to Nikiski. Alrighty then, we are back in Anchorage. Take off my loose 7-pin Fixer 1000. 7-way. I mean, it is a 7-pin, but put that there. Climb back off of there. Grab that. Tuck those in there. Pull a pin. I'm actually doing all of this backwards. Yeah. Normally, I do landing gear first. Then I do, get out of here. Normally I do landing gear first. And then I do, hang on y'all, this is the mess up. Alright y'all, well, we ended up back at the shop. Swapped out for the step deck. With the slug going to Nikiski. I'll show y'all in a second, but I got a phone call while I was cranking that landing gear. And anyway, what I was saying is normally I did that all backwards. Normally I do the landing gear, I put the landing gear down first, then I unhook my air hoses in 7-way, and then I pull my fifth wheel, because that way, if I forget to put the landing gear down, or if I put the landing gear down and pull the pin before I unhook my hoses, and I forget to unhook my hoses, well, I just rip my hoses off. If I unhook my hoses and pull the pin and don't put the landing gear down, and forget to do that, well, then I drop the trailer on its face. But if I put the landing gear down and then do the hoses, I'm always connected to the trailer, so there's no way I'm gonna pull out in front of the trailer until the two things that have to be done before I drive out in front of the trailer are always done. So as a good rule of thumb, I like to do landing gear, then my hoses in 7-way, and then I pull my fifth wheel pin. Same thing when I hook up to one. I back under it, and then it just depends. Like, sometimes I'll do the hoses first. Oh, there's Eric, looking large as always. Yeah, sometimes I'll do the hoses first. I'm sure you guys have seen me, but I like to do, I back under it, do landing gear, then hoses. That way, the landing gear's up. I can't drive away without air, so I can't ever accidentally hook the hoses, forget the landing gear, and drive away and rip the landing gear apart, But anyway, I don't know if that made sense, but long story short, protect yourself by making sure you're doing it in a dummy-proof order, always do your kingpin last. When uncoupling, you will have already accomplished your other steps, and you won't forget anything, hopefully. And if you always do your airlines last when coupling, you can't accidentally drive away with the landing gear down, because you're doing that immediately after you hook up. But all that to be said, yeah, anyway, we're headed to Nikiski. We grabbed this step deck. We're gonna try to make some decent time. The guy said if I was there by 5:30, it was no big deal. I told him I could unload myself, but it sounds like I'll be there, so I'm not too worried about it. Somebody asked a question about, like, how do you end up unloading yourself and all that, Well, Alaska's a little different. There's some places that won't let you. There's some places that have let me in the past when it's important, or like, there's no really other option, and sometimes, they normally don't, but some places they're just keys in the forklift, and we unload ourselves there all the time. So it just kind of depends on who you're dealing with, who the customer is, how well you know them, what their policies are. Like I said, I've even unloaded at the state yard before. They've left the keys in the forklift on the weekend, things like that. But I'd say it's kind of, probably 60-40, 60% of the time we get unloaded by somebody else, but 40% of the time when you're out, kind of in the rural Alaska, it's they may not be there right then or whatever, and they'll just be like, yeah, unload it, And sometimes they'll prefer it. They'll be like, oh, yeah, I can. And I go, well, you know how to run a loader? I'm like, yeah. They're like, cool, can you unload it? So, in fact, the other day I got to run a loader. I wasn't filming that day, and I should have. I think I was going to make a reel out of it, but I was unloading down at the Port and Seward, and I was running a big loader, and it didn't have a steering wheel. It was one of the newer ones, the joystick steering, which is kind of weird. I've never done that before until then, but we figured it out. As long as you kind of have a general idea of how to run equipment, most equipment, you play around with it for a minute, you move everything slow, and you figure it out. Anyway, so we're hooked back up. We're headed south. Shout out to Deanna for making some chicken salad. I got a sandwich, and I also have some leftovers from last night for lunch. But also, guys, if you're driving around in your regular passenger vehicle and you see a semi, like slowing down, going very slow, his blinker on in one lane, trying to get over, just let him over. I came out of our shop, turned right on a diamond, and I needed to get all the way to the far left lane to turn left to get onto the highway. And let's just say, yeah, nobody would let me over. So I'm pretty much, yeah, so anyway, get another phone call. I pretty much stopped in the middle of the road, trying to get somebody to let me over. Nobody would let me over. Steady traffic. So I just went on to the next light, so then I could turn down another road and eventually make it out to the highway. Same thing. I'm like running my blinker the whole way there, and nobody, just flying by. Finally, very nice F-150 let me over. And I gave him a big wave. So yeah, anyway, I was super thankful he let me over, because it's a little bit frustrating. And where that's at, you can't really set yourself up. It's not like you can go ahead and get in the left lane a mile back, because I took a right out of our area, our street there, and there's no light there. It's just you make your right, and then and I couldn't even like wait for traffic to clear so I could make it all the way across, because it's a turn lane that turns into the far right lane, and then you have to, and it's curved and everything, so there's no way to there's no way you don't want to stop there, because like I said, it's like a turn lane that turns into a third lane on diamond. Anyway, yeah, so if you have the opportunity, just let them over. It won't affect you that much, and we'll be much more grateful for it. But I'm sure most of you guys watching are truck drivers, and you probably, well, you know the whole deal. Nobody wants to, everybody's so afraid to get behind a semi. That's why they pull out in front faster than they can. I'll have guys cut me off, and they'll cut me off and then do 10 miles an hour into the speed limit. So I end up passing them later on. And it's like, dude, there was nobody behind me. Why didn't you just wait for me to get by you? But nobody likes being followed by a semi. Or nobody likes to be behind a semi. Unless it's winter time. When it's snowing a foot, nobody can see, then they love to be behind you. And make you run lead. It's all good though. It's all part of the game. It's all part of the game. So anyway, well, yeah, we are southbound and down. I don't know exactly how far out we are. Probably a solid 2 hours and 40 minutes. And yeah, we'll see if anybody's there. Hopefully they're there to unload us. If not, we'll go from there. So far, so good. Stopped off here in Cooper Landing. Check these straps real quick. They all look good walking in, but just gotta cut down a couple more of these back roads and we'll get this stuff off of here. Been a pretty uneventful ride. Got stuck behind some slow people, but not too bad. Just under 3 hours, I think, coming down here. I didn't see exactly what time I left town, but I think it's about 2 hours and 2 hours 45 minutes or something. All right, let's roll on in here. Well, this guy's getting right after it. Ooh, almost lost that top one. Always watch yourself when you're walking around this stuff, because you never know. You never know in case something comes flying. You don't want to be underneath it. I mean, even that light foam ain't gonna feel good when it hits you in the head. Anyway, we gotta run up to Nenana tonight. I could go tomorrow, but they're doing a demolition derby at the fair. Oh yeah, y'all like how I cleaned my floors up? Yeah. Still needs a little more work, but better than it was. But yeah, they're having a demolition derby at the fair, and I figure Waylon will probably like it, so we're gonna try to go to that. But anyways, yes sir, yes sir. Let's see. Yeah, that guy kind of scared me when he came over and asked for the paperwork. I didn't see him there, but anyway, yeah, I gotta run to Nikiski, or Nenana. So I'll probably run up there, soon go to the house, eat some dinner, shower, and all that good stuff, and then we'll head up there. About a 5-hour ride. Let me turn this camera around. I'll show you guys what they're building. So I don't know if you remember when we dropped off. I think that guy right there, and one of the man lists. This wasn't even here. They're getting it done. Love to see it. Love to see it. Looks like he's gonna be able to get it with one, maybe not, two. Well, that's that. He got us all unloaded pretty quick. And yeah. So we're gonna head on back to Anchorage. Try to knock this out in a timely fashion. Swap trailers. And yeah, swing by the house, grab a bite to eat, and head north. Little update. Pulled over here at the Essential One in Bird Creek and got 40 gallons of fuel. I didn't want to fill all the way up because I'm going north and the fuel is considerably cheaper. So we just got 40 gallons because my fuel light came on, and I think I could go all the way to Big Lake where I'm going to fuel up with the fuel light on. But we're going to play it safe. Get a little fuel. It's better to spend, an extra couple bucks in fuel now than to pay or wait for someone to bring you fuel later. Plus, it's never good for these injectors or pumps or none of that to run out of fuel. So, but yeah, we got a pretty nice ride, or view for our ride back home. It's looking real nice out. Very picturesque. Anyway, we're about 20 miles out of town, so we'll get up there, drop this trailer, and grab our trailer going north. Well. Swung by the shop. Well, we dropped the other trailer. I don't think I filmed. I was on the phone. We dropped the other trailer. Swung by the shop. And now we are picking up this one. So, looking pretty good, looking pretty good. Put a little more than a half twist in that one, but it's all right. Got it chained up, got her aired up. Yeah, a little bummed about my clearance light being out, but what do? We had a orange lens, the one at the shop, but those are clear lenses, so I'm not gonna put an orange one up there. It'll look funny in the daytime. But yeah, let's roll on by the house and then we're gonna scoot north, folks. Try to keep as much dirt out of this thing as possible. Even with my towel here, ended up stepping in a mud puddle or something, and then you're like, yeah. Oh, me. Just 2 empty connexes, so it's gonna be pretty light. Alright, well, we'll see y'all at the house. Alright guys, well, that is going to do it for this episode. I don't know how well you'll be able to see me, because it's probably, I don't know, it's picking up a little bit of light, but yeah, I am parked down here at the bottom of the hill. Gonna run up to the house and say hi to the wife. Kids are all asleep. Probably gonna jump in the shower and then head north. We'll see if we make it all the way to Nenana or not. Might stop short and take a little nap. I don't know yet. Haven't figured it out, but either way, we're gonna head north. I appreciate you guys tagging along today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.